Okay, so we're going to get ready to put my power feeds on my track. I'm going to try and attach them on the bottom side so they're not so obvious. I picked up some what they call number 4 self-tappers. Picked up 2 washers for each screw that I'm going to have to run because of the space. It'll want to come through the top of the track here because of the depth. Number 4 seemed to be the smallest I could find that we're going to work without being so small that it probably wouldn't go through this metal. And then my wire joiner's there. I'm going to use that. As you can see, I've got the closed ones so that I can run the screw right through it and I don't have to worry about it coming apart later. So give me a minute, I'll get this set up and we'll go from there. Okay, so everything's ready to go. This is 16 gauge, and I'm using 16 gauge wire because I have 14 gauge for a bus. Probably a little overkill, but with the Lionel, I'd rather be safe than sorry in case I decide to add something later. I cheated, did the crimp on ends, obviously, strip the wire, slide it in, rotate it on. They're pretty easy to use, and I figure there's no sense getting a soldering gun out to solder it on, then I gotta turn around and get everything else out to screw it on. So we just skip that step and use the crimpers. So, pre-drill. I need to pre-drill a little hole. I know they're self-tappers, but I'm thinking with the track being split in the middle like it is, let's see if we can get a good shot. It may want to spread really bad, so I'm hoping by pre-drilling a little bit, it won't want to go crazy on me. We're hoping. So here goes nothing. I want to do it close to the brace, so it's out of the way. Let's try forward. That might help. Or not. This is gonna want to grab. Outside rail, center rail. Back it up. Keep it center. And it come out the side. So, ta-da! Got a hole in the bottom. Unfortunately, I did bring it out the side because of the way the track is. So I'm going to have to run it in here and see what it's going to do. Hopefully I can get it down between it. Yeah. If not, we're going to have to find a plan C. Changed a bit. Alright, red's going to be my center, so I got to do a washer, and then the clip, and then a washer, and then the self-tapping screw. So hopefully with any luck, this is going to come through here without too many problems. Or it could all go horribly wrong. I should be doing this with a hand screwdriver. I want it tight. I want to be able to move it where I need it so it runs around the track to wherever I want to bring it out so it's a little more hidden. Alright, same thing with the outer rail. Washer. Trying to keep it so you can see this. It's kind of hard to see. Then I'm going to have to flip it over and see how bad the screw has messed up my track. Trial and error. Definitely snug. Gonna have to find my gauge. You can see where it's bowing. I'm just not sure if it's affected the top of the track or just the bottom because of how these tracks are made. So, I have to grab me a little car, put a couple pieces of this together, and see where it's at. Fortunately, from the top, you're not gonna see it. I mean, you can tell here it's definitely popped it out a tad, which is what I was afraid of. But the top of the track's intact. It didn't come through, and it's definitely making contact with the rails. Unfortunately, because it's going this way, you're not going to see the screws from the front. I just have to remember to keep the same thing in mind when I do the back half of the table. Make sure I got this going the right way. But, alright, so that's the first piece. I've got a couple more I gotta do because I'm doing a couple on each section. So once I get them all done, I will hook it up, do a quick little run through, see how they do on it, and then we'll see whether this is gonna work or I need to find something else. But that actually made it real quick, real easy. I can run it around the rail, and the height is actually, let's see if we can see. Not used to working with cameras. I'm actually clearing underneath the track, so it's going to be a no issue as far as it's buckling it top to bottom. It did push the bottom of the rails out. I'm going to have to get my gauge out and check it and make sure that it didn't throw my track out of gauge. Good thing with tubular track is you got a lot of play with it. So, okay, that'll be all for now, and I'll pick it up once we get these all done. Figure there's no sense boring you with doing all the rest of them because pretty much all going to be the same setup. Pre-drill and run the screws in, then I'll get it powered and see where we're at from there. That's it for now. Okay, this is third try. After the second attempt and it pushed the rails out so bad, back to the hardware store I went, got some number 4 brass with some washers because I had to get it to where that little screw right there, even though it's a tiny little screw, it was still too close to hitting the top of the rail. So I've got it all together, got the 2 leads. Gonna wire it up to my little block connector. I'm gonna set up temporarily because I don't want to wire it in if it's the screws are gonna interfere with the wheels. So we're gonna try this next and see if it's gonna power it okay. So I will let you know when I get it all ready to go. We'll see what it does. Bye for now. Okay, so as you can tell, it is running. Here is the track installed. You can barely see here where the wires are. So all in all, it actually worked pretty good. As you can see where we put other holes in the track. Note to self, do not use the piece I need to experiment on. Next time I'll know. But it doesn't seem to affect it. It's not hitting the little screws that are right here, which I don't know if you can even see them. They're so small. Which it is a number 4 brass screw. But, whoops. A little too much zooming. It is actually up into the track a little bit. Let's see if I can get it to zoom in. But not enough to make a huge difference. I think once the track's ballasted, you're not even going to see it. But that definitely has helped tremendously because this thing just ran really slow without a problem. Didn't seem to slow down or pause. So hopefully this is problem solved. I got to get this outside track done next. And then I got a spot back there that I'm going to have to get in. But considering I've done 3 different things to try and get this wire attached, I figure we're doing pretty good because now I know it does work and it is running and it doesn't seem to be hitting anything. So that'll be it for now, and we'll catch up with you again soon. That's all for now. Bye.